Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Caitlin. If you're not new, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. I'm very excited yet nervous for today's video. Obviously, I'm talking about my wellness and fitness journey, which is definitely like a deeper, sensitive topic. So that's why it's taking me so long to upload this video. It's just like so hard to talk about. You never want to insult anyone or just like make anyone feel negative. That's definitely not the point of this video. I want to make sure I say like right away, I'm not giving any advice at all. I'm not a dietitian. I'm just posting this video for inspiration and motivation. I hope that it inspires you for the new year to find healthy habits that make you feel your best. Keyword, feel your best. I'm in no way saying that one body is more beautiful than the other body. I'm not saying my before body is any less beautiful or loved than my after body or my today body. Once you guys watch this video, you'll know that in no way am I promoting like a certain body image. That's not what my wellness journey was about. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Also, I want to say I actually just launched a podcast. The first episode is going to be live tomorrow, so you guys can go follow that on Instagram. It's going to be available wherever you listen to your podcast. I'm going to link it down below, but definitely subscribe to that. Listen to the first episode. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post a lot of wellness videos, what I eat in a day, fitness vlogs, stuff like that. And then also follow me on my Instagrams. I have a personal Instagram and also a foodie Instagram. But let's get into today's video. Okay, to get started, I kind of want to give you a background so you have an idea of where my fitness journey really started. My entire life, I've played sports. I was an all-star cheerleader up until my junior year of high school, which is when I switched over to high school cheer. So fitness has always been a part of my life. It's always been a huge passion of mine. When I was an all-star cheerleader, I was practicing like 4 to 5 times a week. Definitely a very physical sport. And then when I transitioned to high school cheer, I think that's when I kind of slowed down with my fitness progress. Also throughout the video, I'm going to put up pictures of me at that time just so you guys have an idea when you follow along. But again, like photos aren't going to show everything. What is really important throughout this whole video is how I felt in each of these like moments that I'm sharing. So right after high school, my boyfriend at the time, which I'm actually still dating him, you guys know him, Hunter, he moved to a different state to go to college, which was such a huge part of my life because this was the first year that I was going to be focusing on just myself. I was really getting into fitness at this time. This is when I first started learning about lifting, and yes, I was always very physical throughout my life and played sports, went to workout classes, went to the gym and worked out, but I never really lifted or had like a workout split, which this was the part of my life where I first started learning about that. And I was also going to school. I took some nutrition classes and I was just getting really involved in fitness. This is definitely when my fitness journey started. Looking back, I was definitely very much into the aesthetics of working out. Like I wanted to see abs, I wanted to lose weight, and my mindset was just very like strict and disciplined. I was working out like 5 times a week. Like I said, I had a strict workout schedule, which at this point in my life, I am working out 5 times a week, but it was very different in the way that I felt like fitness was ruling my life. Like if my friends were working out, but I had planned to work out that day and I hadn't worked out yet, I would 100% miss hanging out with my friends to go work out. And honestly, I loved it and I really enjoyed it. So I was enjoying my time at the gym, but I didn't realize that I was actually burning myself out to the point where I wasn't gonna enjoy fitness anymore. So I was working out a lot. I was being strict with myself. On top of it, I also was following a lot of like fitness influencers that were promoting things that were toxic to me and my mindset, talking about calorie counting, posting videos about what they ate to lose weight, relating a lot of their food videos to weight loss and how they look rather than like health, and relating food to the nutrients and what it does for our bodies. That's why it's so important for me to promote what I do promote in a certain type of way, because I never want to make anyone else feel how I felt following those influencers. That's kind of why I'm even an influencer today, so it's kind of crazy how that came full circle. So yeah, my mindset was just very much weight loss, looking a certain way, didn't really even think about how I felt physically, just wanted to look a certain way. At this point, this went on for like a year, and I definitely did see fitness results. Obviously, being super strict with like my workout routine and stuff like that, I did see the results that I wanted. I got abs. Even then, I knew that with those abs, it did nothing for me. I didn't feel prettier, I didn't love myself more because of it. The abs were literally just there and there was really like no point to it. And I think that's when I started realizing that I was just burnt out with what I was doing, the routine that I was doing. I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And because I wasn't enjoying the gym anymore, I wasn't gonna force myself to go. And that's when I actually moved out with my friends to my first house in college. We were all sophomores by this time, and my boyfriend actually moved back home to Arizona. So this next year in my life was super hectic. We were always going out, enjoying our lives, eating really yummy food, going to restaurants, baking, drinking beverages that weren't the best for our health. just like doing all of the college things, and my health definitely took a back seat. And yeah, I'm not gonna say that I regret that part of my life, because one, I never regret anything. I'm not gonna live my life in the past, and two, it was really fun. I was burnt out from the year before. I lost my love for fitness and wellness. I will say that I wish that I did practice more balance and still include some nutritious meals, maybe a workout routine, just because I know the end result wasn't good. So moving on, the end of that year, I was just not feeling my best. I was always tired. I was super moody. I was in a bad mood. I was just being like mean to myself. My stomach always hurt. I was honestly so annoying. I would complain like every single day that my stomach hurt, or that I had a headache, that I felt groggy. Like, I just did not feel good. And at this point, I'd actually decided to move back home with my family. And I just wanna say, like, if you ever feel like there's a part in your life where you need to make a change for you, and you need to be selfish with what you want and prioritize you, your well-being, your health, just do it, because you deserve to be selfish with your time, because your health, how you feel is so important. It's the most important thing. The last thing you want to do is jeopardize your health and your well-being for someone else. So I just definitely encourage you guys to stand up for yourselves and really be selfish with how you feel. I'm like so proud of myself for actually realizing that I didn't feel good anymore and wanting to make a change. I would say this was also another like very pivotal moment in my life where I knew that I did want to make a change. So that's when I moved back home with my parents. I was having way more home cooked meals. The year before, I like literally grocery shopped maybe once a month. Always was eating out, always eating on Uber Eats, eating fast food, eating foods that just didn't make me feel good, not really having any vegetables, any fruits, just not really thinking about like nutritionally dense foods or options, and on top of it, just like having zero workout routine. So I just absolutely felt terrible. Being back home, I also lived next to a gym, so I started working out again. But I don't consider this the beginning of my wellness journey, because at this time I still had like weight loss in mind, because I did gain weight the year that I lived with my roommates, which again, I'm not saying that that body is any less beautiful than my body now, but at that time I was still in that negative mindset, negative self-talking, wanted to make a change. So yes, it was a step in the right direction towards my wellness journey, but again, at the time I still had like body image in mind. So with all that, I kind of felt myself falling back into the same routine of being more like strict with my workouts, labeling foods like good and bad, relating emotions to foods, like thinking that if I ate something that at the time I would label bad or unhealthy, it would make me feel bad. Now, if you guys watch my channel, you know that I just don't relate how I feel to the foods that I'm eating, because they're just unrelated. Who I am, how I feel has nothing to do with what I'm eating. Who I am is fully based off of my energy, how happy I am, my positive outlook on life. So many other things that have nothing to do with what I'm eating or what my body looks like. But at the time, I didn't feel that way. So I kind of started realizing that, and around this time I actually started following dietitians on social media, dietitians like Abby Sharp, who were posting content that actually made me feel really good and excited to get back into health and to focus on how I felt, not how I looked. And also I was following influencers like Sarah's Day that live this like super intuitive, balanced, healthy lifestyle that I found like super attractive, and I wanted to live like that. So at this point, I remember I was sitting in my parents' room, I jumped up, I went to the bathroom, I took before pictures, which I feel like I was still a little bit in the mindset of wanting to change my body, even though I knew that I was gonna focus on how I felt and not how I looked at this time. I just ended up taking before pictures, which you guys have seen. So this is when my wellness journey started, because I didn't have weight loss in mind anymore. I had how I felt in mind, and I just wanted to make small changes that were gonna turn into a lifestyle. So the first step that I did was focusing on the fitness aspect of my lifestyle. I went onto 2 different influencers' Instagrams, Whitney Simon and Nat Be Fit. I saved a bunch of workouts, and I scheduled in throughout the month what I wanted to do on what day. Like I said before, I've had so much experience with working out and lifting, watching so many YouTube videos, working at a gym for almost a year, Orange Theory. So I knew how to create a split for myself, and I know that not everyone does, but there's so many amazing fitness professionals who do this as their job. I'm not a certified personal trainer. I definitely want to be in the future. I've been putting it off for way too long, and I need to like get that done this year. But yeah, I'm not a personal trainer. I did write myself a workout plan. I would never write anyone else a workout plan. But if I was someone who didn't know how to write a fitness plan, I would definitely ask a professional for help. So at that time, I decided I was gonna work out 3 times a week, and I had just started a new retail position, so I was going to be standing almost like 5 times a week for like 8 hours. So I knew if I worked out any more than 3 times, I was going to be burnt out. And obviously from the past, I knew that that was going to happen, and I didn't want that to happen. So I stuck to that workout plan all month. I felt amazing with it. Another thing that I focused on was making sure to have variety with my workouts. So I didn't want to just be doing the same thing every single time I went to the gym. I wanted to make sure I was hitting every single muscle, switching up the style of working out. I did yoga classes, I had cardio days, high intensity interval training, list workouts, I lifted. So I had this variety of workouts. That way I stayed motivated. This is something I still do today. All of these habits that I'm saying today, the 3 steps that I did to create this healthy lifestyle, I still do today. I still do every single one of them, and they continue to help me reach my goals to this day. It's been 2 years, so I just wanted to say that. But that's kind of what I focused on in the fitness aspect of my wellness journey. Also, I want to mention, again, I was not focused on having abs. I didn't body check in the mirror to check if I had abs. I didn't even notice that I was losing weight until people were saying it to me, which honestly, I feel like that's something that you should never say to anyone. It's such a sensitive topic. Obviously, the people in my life were not meaning it in a harmful way, and there's just people who just don't know. So if you're watching this video, just know that you probably shouldn't mention anyone's weight. It can be very triggering to some people. So yeah, I didn't even really notice how much weight I was losing until people were saying it, and I was just fully doing it to feel a certain way. I wanted to go from feeling run down, moody, whatever, just not good, to feeling amazing, energized. My goal was to feel energized and to feel like my healthiest self. To this day, those are still my top 2 goals. So the next step was focusing more on my diet. And what I mean by diet is just what I was consuming. I didn't go on any type of strict diet plan, wasn't restrictive, didn't have any type of dietary restrictions at all, still don't. I just knew that I wanted to eat to feel good physically and emotionally. So one of the things that I did was focus on making sure I was getting in a lot of whole, nutrient-dense foods. I would say this is the #1 thing that has changed my life and still changes my life every single day. So just making sure I was having meals that were super nutritionally dense, and yeah, also on top of that, having nutritionally dense meals that I actually enjoyed. Obviously, nobody wants to eat a meal that they don't enjoy, and if I was doing that, I wasn't going to continue to want to live that way. I would feel like I was on a diet, and that's just like not what I wanted. So one of my goals was definitely to find like those staple healthy meals that I absolutely love. There's one meal that I literally eat all the time, and it's burrito bowls, and I include a bunch of healthy veggies and stuff like that in it, and I still eat that to this day. Some of the ways I found healthy meals that I would enjoy and like got creative in the kitchen was Pinterest and also Instagram food bloggers. So I will link down below both my Instagram and also my Pinterest if you guys are interested. But also, I'm not saying that I didn't have processed foods. I eat processed foods every single day, of course. There's so many processed foods that I love: brown rice pasta, regular pasta, crackers, flaxseed crackers, almond flour cookies, granola, just so many different processed foods. So I'm not saying I didn't have processed foods. I did, and I still do. I just also focused on having whole, nutrient-dense foods. On top of it, I also made sure to have very balanced meals. You guys have seen my meals. I post my meals all the time on my Instagram story and my what I eat in a days. I like them to be colorful. I like them to have fruits and veggies, carbs, fat, protein, and the most important thing is I want to make sure I feel full and satiated after and satisfied. I didn't want to feel hungry. I wanted to listen to my hunger cues, and yeah, I just ate intuitively. I ate to feel good. I did not eat to look a certain way. That just not, again, was just not my goal. Also in like the diet category, I wanted to talk about alcohol because right now, the day that I'm filming this video, I'm actually decided to go sober. I was sober curious for a really long time, and looking back just on the past 2 years of my life, I know for a fact that my life is healthier and happier without alcohol. That's personal to me. I just know alcohol worsens my anxiety. Alcohol does not make me feel good, and I've decided to remove all alcohol out of my diet. So I guess that's the one thing that I do not consume. At the time that I'm talking about in my wellness journey, I also decided that I was gonna take alcohol out of my diet, which I did, and I'm so happy that I did that. If you guys have followed me on Instagram for a while, you know that I reincorporated alcohol into my diet around like 2020, beginning of 2021, and I wish that I wouldn't have done that, but it did again teach me a lesson that alcohol does not agree with me, and I'm so much happier without alcohol. So honestly, I will say for me, not having alcohol was also a really big difference in my life. The third step that I did was focusing on my body, not a random influencer's body, not my neighbor's body, not anyone else's body other than my own, which is why I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not giving anyone advice, not telling anyone what to do. not only am I not a dietitian, but it doesn't matter because my body is so much different than your body. No two wellness journeys are going to be the same. I wanted to take inspo from social media and influencers and other people posting, which I still do today. Like, I absolutely love social media for the inspiration aspect of it. That's why I post what I post, but no way was I ever going to copy someone else's diet because it just wouldn't make sense for me and my body and my needs, my fitness level, the foods that I like, just everything is going to be different. So that was my third step, focusing on me, living intuitively, listening to my body. This didn't happen overnight. Any of these habits I'm talking about today did not happen overnight, which is a good thing. Like, if you are on a wellness journey and it's taken you a long time to see results, or you don't feel results yet, do not get discouraged. Anything worth having does not happen fast. Everything good takes time. So be patient, be consistent, and I promise the results will come. Do not get down on yourself, because even for me, I first got into fitness 5 years prior to reaching the goal that I'm at today. So really, it's called a journey for a reason, and it took time and listening to my body, its hunger cues, when I needed rest days, my cravings, everything did take time. But that was my third step, really like trying to get in tune with my body, my body's needs, and also giving it affirmations, making sure that I knew that I was beautiful every single step of the way. I was worthy of reaching my goals. I was on the right track. I was where I needed to be. That was like a very important part in my journey. That's everything. If I missed anything, if you guys have questions, definitely leave them in the comments. I hope you guys got inspo from today's video. Definitely a little bit nervous to post this. Also, I want to address maybe the elephant in the room. If you've been following me for a while, you already saw this video once. It was one of my first videos I ever posted a year and a half ago, and I ended up taking that video down, which the reason for that was just because I was getting comments. People were putting their input in my health and my wellness journey, and at the time I was such a new influencer, I wasn't ready for that, and I decided to take the video down. I'm sad that I took it down. I kind of wish that I didn't, but at the same time, like, at that point I needed to. A lot of you guys have asked me since, and a lot of you guys have sent sweet messages because I did like mention why I did take it down when I did. So yeah, I just wanted to get this refilmed for you guys, have it on my channel. I think it's important for me to share my wellness journey, and hopefully I can help at least one of you, motivate one of you. Okay, I'm sorry if the lighting changed or the angle, my camera died. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, definitely leave them down below. Again, I have a podcast coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna link it down below for you guys, but I'm going even more into detail about my lifestyle and just like my day-to-day life. And I had you guys ask me a bunch of questions, so definitely go subscribe there. It would mean so much to me. And I'm so excited to share like so much more with you guys in the new year. I promise you guys are gonna have so much exciting content coming soon. So don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Also, really quickly before the video is over, I want to mention that if you are on a weight loss journey, or if you do things differently than I do, that's completely fine. I'm not here to tell you that you're right or wrong. I don't know if you're right or wrong. I don't know you personally. I don't know your life. Again, I'm not a dietitian. I just want to make sure it's clear that everything in today's video is just my view on health and my own journey. So yeah, please take everything that I say with a grain of salt, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. The next one is, what are the top 5 things that you focus on every single day to better yourself? I would say this is my favorite question I've ever been asked, because it's the daily habits that have changed my life. If you guys don't know, I actually had a huge fitness journey, which I am actually posting another YouTube video explaining in depth about my fitness journey. I can also do a podcast episode if you guys want.